Okay. So again, thank you guys so much for jumping on. I want to just let you know that I miss seeing my team's face. So I am going to just do these every Monday. And the reason is I love just seeing everybody every Monday, no matter what. And I love specifically diving into exactly what we need, right? Like there's so many people on our team. There's so many people on Rainbow's team. But at the end of the day, what does my team need? What does Sarah need? What does Ashley need? What does Andrea need? What does Heaven need? What does Markel need? Like I want to know like on a personal level what we all need, right? So we can help each other, because I know that when I was growing in this business, I felt like when I had that one-on-one interaction with my upline and everyone else, I was just so successful. So with that being said, can I just get everyone just be like, yay, good, yay. I'm excited to do it because I just feel like it's going to be great for us moving forward. So Heaven is going to help me as well. And she's also a diamond on Rainbow's team. So she's been Boxer Diamond, and she's been in the business with us as well for around over a year, right?
It'll be a year next month.
Yeah. So she's going to help do some stuff too and share some tips. So thank you so much for that. And it's all about, this is the thing. You have to look at the information given to you as a good thing. Like you can look all over. I watched YouTube videos every night. I was hungry for information. You could do these Monday night calls. If these work for you and your schedule and your family, amazing. The more information you can get from all the different directions, the better. So if it's going to be the Wednesday night Zoom, it's going to work for you. If it's going to be the Monday night, and definitely Ashley Mergles every Tuesday or every other Tuesday, the more information you get, the better, because then you're just going to grow your knowledge as to how to run your business. So it's all good. One thing I want to just start with is the tips that I took. Conference was so awesome. Like it was just so incredible to be there with everybody in Florida and to be in that room and all that energy and really just feel how passionate people are about this business. It is so incredible when you get to hear that sort of stuff. So I really wanted to make a point to share with you guys that what I personally took from conference. Because there are some things that, are going to sit with you and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that is me. That is totally what I want and what I need to grow my business. And it's just going to give you like aha light bulb stuff. So actually, I'm going to let Heaven, while I gather my chicken scratch, I'm going to let Heaven start with a couple of her tips that we felt were so important to share with you guys. And then I'll go into mine. And then we'll go into a couple open questions if you guys want it. So Heaven, take it away.
Hey everybody, so she said, my name is Heaven and I'm also on Rainbow's team. So Trisha and I were talking on the plane, just going over all the things that we were excited about, and so we decided that we wanted to come together and share with you on our strong points of, I have a couple of strong points and Trisha has a couple of strong points, so we're just going to talk about it to you. So I'm going to go over 3 different ways that you can actually increase your Facebook friends, increase your engagement, and getting more people interacting with you. Because I know that's like what a lot of us struggle with. And so the first will be doing live videos. The second one will be going to ads. And the third one will be Facebook groups. And these are a couple of things that they talked about at the conference, because it increases, because I'm not sure if any of you guys have gone live before, but going live, actually, so many people get a notification that you're going live and will go in and watch you, like whether it's the whole time or a little bit of the time, but it actually starts increasing your engagement. And you can go live both about the products and your personal life. You don't want to go just about products, because every time you start going live and people are going to ignore you, knowing that you're going to be trying to quote unquote sell something to them. So if you wake up in the morning and you're going to make a shake, you can make your shake on live and get them interested in your daily life, because people buy into you before they buy into the product. And that's what you want to get across. And when you post on Facebook, you maybe get like a couple likes, but after you go live and make a video, you'll see that some of the videos have like 200 views. People that you don't even think have seen your videos or are watching on Facebook, it actually starts increasing. And when you go live, you want to make sure that you ask them questions to answer. Because when you're watching a live video and you see that there are like 53 comments, you're going to be interested in what this person is saying and why there's so many comments versus someone going off on a rampant. So a couple things to be like, you know, what does your Sunday morning look like? Or, you know, if you have coffee, like, do you like it iced or hot, black or creamer? Just simple things like that people are just going to start commenting simple things to engage. So going live is crucial.
And can I just touch on that? So what that's going to do is they're looking into you, right? Like they're at wherever, they're at lunch and they're just like, do, you know, how we do on Facebook. And what that's doing is they are noticing what you're doing at home in the afternoon, making a coffee. Why is she at home? What is she doing? Oh, wait, she works at home, from her cell phone. And then they're going to start being like, you know, leaving those clues is basically going to get people engaged. You could be literally talking about, well, I'll just use Christina Watts. She's a top 10 income earner in this company. She's 29 years old. She's from here, Chandler, Arizona. Okay. She's an ambassador diamond, so she's making well over $30,000 a month, and she goes live talking about how she cuts her own hair with dollar store scissors, but yet she's in the middle of the day, and then like she's clearly working from home, and people are like, okay. So it could be about anything, and I know it can be fearful at times because you're like, well, this has to be so perfect, and it really doesn't, because ultimately what that's doing is just getting engagement. It's going to get all your engagements up, and I don't care what anybody thinks. My own blood aunt commented on my post today, "You are such a weirdo," and you know what I did? I just deleted it. I'm not going to message my aunt. I'm not going to call my aunt. I'm not going to even care. I just deleted it because I know that what I'm passionate about, and I know in my heart what I believe in this business. So anyway,
exactly. Yeah. And that's what I do too. I have like almost 3,000 friends on Facebook. So I don't know who's really following me or watching me or anything. I went to the grocery store the other day and I'm trying to look for some stuff, and some guy's like, hey, don't you do all those videos? He's like, I really like those videos and the glasses you wear. I'm like, oh, thank you. Had no clue that he was watching or knew my videos or anything like that. So you never know who's watching at all. So yeah, and be goofy. People don't want to follow perfect people. Like I messed up, like earlier I was talking about a marina and I called it a marina arena, and people laugh at that. People are like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. I just love your videos. So just keep going. And so what they say, like everyone says, they're not paying your bills, you know, and once you keep doing more often, you're going to get better and better. Because my first one was like, oh my gosh, hi, I'm so happy, I live life. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually a normal person and I talk like this. I don't have a squealy voice. So lives are important. And if you don't know, just drop. I always like, if I'm doing it at home, I write down like my top 3 things that I want to talk about, and it's like right next to my phone. So at least I have a train of thought of what I'm going to talk about.
Perfect.
So does anyone have any questions about lives? How to go live or why?
Nope, but you got 15 minutes. So 5 more minutes on your 2 things, and then I'm going to talk about blitzing, and I'm going to talk about the maintain to retain. So go for it.
These next ones will be faster. So have you guys noticed like the ads that scroll through that like are on your Facebook? Well, what they say, like, increase your friends, is like you want to find people that are similar with you. And those ads are because you've either searched those things, you maybe bought those things, or it's those things like Google has told Facebook that you enjoy. So there are going to be a bunch of people on there that have the same interests as you. So let's say, like Trisha, for instance, the other day she had a Starbucks one, so she went through those comments and, you know, found some good information on where she could find specific coffee and how to order and all that stuff. So you want to take a screenshot of that, message that person, and just simply say, you know, hey Michelle, I really liked your outlook on this, you know, because of that I could go watch this video, or because of this I'm gonna you know, use this formula or this type of diaper or whatever it is, because your input, it actually gave value to me. And they're going to reach back to you and, you know, start that rapport back and forth because you gave them a compliment. So you always want to compliment what they say, and then they're more likely to add you. And that's about building relationships, because it will take time, but it'll be worth it in the end because you'll retain. So those are those ads that you see.
Did you guys catch that? What it is like the ads with like 50,000 comments, okay? They are in your newsfeed for a reason, because you have somewhere along the lines liked something or some where you've seen something where you've liked, or like a Just Fab ad or a Starbucks ad, or for me, I get the Bling Nike ads because I bought Bling Nikes. Or you've searched somewhere on your phone, on Google, somewhere, some of these ads. So take those ads. This is what these ambassadors said on stage. You take the ad, you find the person that you can relate with, and you literally message them. Like, I am so happy that you messaged on that Starbucks ad, that you found the, on my app now I can find that specialty drink. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, this may happen and you may get nothing. But if you're doing this on enough ads, you're going to get people that are like, oh my gosh, who's this girl who's paying that much attention to my comment on this ad? And then they're going to go back and they're going to want to be your friend or follow you. And then they're going to know what you do from home. So that's the whole goal with that. Does everybody see how you can kind of use those ads to your advantage instead of just scrolling through those ads and never doing anything with them? Those ads have hundreds of thousands of comments and likes. So that's a really good thing. Okay.
Yes. So that's awesome. And the last thing is groups. You want to be adding yourself to groups that you find interesting. And I don't want you to add yourself to 20 different groups. Like, you may want to work in 5 groups at a time, go in there, comment, a couple things, talk to a couple girls. Like, for instance, if you don't like Frenchies, like Rainbow likes Frenchies, don't add yourself to those groups. I have curly hair, so I love curly hair, so I add myself to curly hair groups because you can engage in those and people will start to know who you are. Now, I'm not saying go in those groups and start being like, oh my gosh, you should join my business because it's so awesome. No, you just go in there. I'll talk about products. I post a video about me doing my hair or what products I used or different things like that. And it gets them interested in what you have to say, and they learn your personality. So then when people start commenting on your videos or your posts and stuff, you can simply reach out to them. Oh, thanks girl so much for liking my video. I appreciate the support, or blah, 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 blah. Or people will ask you questions. Well, what was that you were using? Or how often do you use it? Or how much? Or anything when it's regards to the hair products. You reach out to them, you talk to them, and you add them on Facebook. Do you instantly start talking about business? No. You just let them browse your Facebook and let them see. And then they may come back to you like, what is it that you do? What is that wrap? And things like that to start building the relationship. Because you want people that are similar to you, that you can relate to, that you don't have to force a friendship with. So when you do it in that aspect, then it's actually genuine. You actually care about what they're talking about. Because I added myself to makeup groups, but I'm not a huge makeup person, so I can't really talk makeup to them. So it's not beneficial. It's like it dies fast. So groups are really important. You could just search certain things. Like, I searched curly hair, and I swear to you, 100 groups pop up. But you want to make sure that you add yourself to active groups. So what I mean by active groups is there's more than 1,000 members. And when you click in there, there's a recent post, because you don't want to add yourself to a group that has never had a post since August of 2016 or anything like that. You want one that's been recent, because you know that people are active in that group and they care about that group.
And just to touch on that, you guys, I'm in a lot of breastfeeding groups at the moment, and I no longer breastfeed. So I don't go in those groups anymore. So it is so crucial. Because there's, and I don't mess with the 1,000 people groups. I mess with the 5 to 10 to 20 or 30,000. And I learned this from another leader. You want to go into the higher, really, really bigger groups because of the fact that you're obviously going to have a lot more engagement. But ultimately now I realize I'm not really interested in breastfeeding anymore because I'm no longer breastfeeding my baby. You know what I mean? You really want to be specific as to what you feel you would want to, read about. And be interested in, because it makes a huge difference as to how genuine your engagement is. You want to be genuine in what you're saying and what you're doing. You're not in there to poach people. This is a relationship building business, and if you're building it with genuine people and genuine love, then you're not going to have, these people feel like you're just in there to poach them. You just don't want to feel like that. I mean, I know I wouldn't want to feel like that. So that's huge. All right. Anything else on groups, Kevin?
You'll get kicked out of the groups if you start. I do not suggest adding mass amount of people when you get into the group, because the admin will kick you out real quick.
Yeah, you will. And don't post anything it works in these groups. You want to make sure that you're just building relationships, and this is how you're going to get requests of a ton of friends, because they are like, this girl, she's so fun. She asks great questions. She engages really nicely. I really like her, and I like her views on things, and I can relate to her. not necessarily like you're just adding them for whatever, you know. Okay, so anything else? Anybody have any questions about going live, any groups and or the ads? Okay, I'm going to move quickly because, like I said, I really wanted to do this a little bit early. I'm so thankful that you guys were able to do that because I want you guys to hear the other one at 7. So the thing that I wanted to talk about that I took from this conference this weekend was the retain. Oh, I had to write it down.
Retain to maintain.
Maintain to retain. Okay, so what that means is, like, here we are, we're always looking for new customers and new distributors, but what we need to really stop and do, which is so huge, I'm so excited for this because I don't do this, I'll be honest. I'm so excited to start doing this because I know how I would feel if I got something as simple as a written out thank you card in the mail from somebody I purchased something from. So what I'm saying is, I am going to I started today. I am literally going to go down my entire downline, and every single person, whether they're ordering still or they just started, every single one of them is going to get a thank you card, a handwritten thank you card with like a sample of greens in it. And what this is doing is just thanking your customers for coming into your business and supporting you. And to me, that's just like such a small gesture, but it means the world to these people. So first and foremost, what they were telling you is that when you have a loyal customer, maybe I lost her. Okay. So you're going to want to send a thank you card. This is what they said. You're going to want to send a thank you card in that first month, okay? This is just going to start building that relationship. These people are going to feel appreciated, and ultimately, they are like the solid foundation of your business. Your loyal customers, you need to treat them like gold. They're just so important in the business. You're always going to need that volume. So the first month, you're going to do the thank you cards. However you do it. You can do a mass email system. You can do a written out thank you card system, something to where you're getting they're just feeling like they're appreciated. And then the second month, obviously, backtrack. You're gonna text them in like a week or even whatever, 7 days, 3 days, whatever it ships to, or even say, text me when you get your product. Because what that means is when they get their product at that point, then they can ask you for specific instructions, and then they're like, oh, she cares how I use this stuff, right? So I don't know if everybody's already doing this, but finding out when they get it so that you can tell them specific instructions, and then checking in with them. So the second month they talked about how you're going to want to be like, all right, so you're earning these points now towards free product, okay? So reminding them that because they're ordering, they're getting these free products, and then continuing to check in on the testimony pictures. So are you tracking your results? How are you doing it? Every 2 weeks? Are you doing it every month? But either way, second month, you're going to let them know how many perk points they have at that point, and checking in on the results. And then by the third month, instead of just being like, oh, well, I know you can turn off your auto ship or da-da-da. No, you say, now you have two choices. You're either going to continue as a loyal customer because you're checking in with them, You need to check in with them at that third month because these are lifetime products. They're not products that you just take, for 3 months and then end it. I've been taking these products almost 2 years, and it's a lifestyle. So at the third, before the third month, the question that you need to be asking your loyal customers is, okay, you have two options now. Do you want to become a distributor, or do you want to continue with your lifestyle, health and wellness goals or whatever, and talk with them about what they need to continue, because this isn't a 3-month program. So they really stress that, and that's going to help you maintain to retain your volume, your customers, and all of that. Does everybody on this entire Zoom do all that right now? Because I know I wasn't. No? So I just feel like it's so exciting because I really was like, why didn't I think of that? Something as simple as a thank you card? Like, really, it's going to be so good. And then the last thing I want to talk about before we jump off, it's like 5 minutes because I want to give anybody a chance to ask question, was the blitzing. And then when we check in next week, I wanted to do like a challenge. I was talking with Andrea and Alyssa about challenging ourselves. If you guys want like accountability partners, I want to add myself to 3 groups of interest by next Monday. I want to do 25 to 50 new friends on Facebook. I want to comment and build a relationship with 5 new people through the ads, and then blitzing 10 people and booking 2 parties. So that's my goals. I don't know if you guys want to write down and check in for next Monday, but just a little tip on blitzing. I feel like everybody's afraid of blitzing because they don't know what to say. But we were at breakfast on our way out of Florida, and I actually didn't have a blitz card at the time. So I literally was talking to the girl using her first name and using her name tag, like, hey, Tanisha or whatever, have you heard of that crazy rap thing? Or, we're here because of this, group of, we came for breakfast because we just got done with this convention or whatever, but have you heard of that crazy rap thing? So you have to think of like what you're going to ask someone. Or I simply just say, once I give them my money to check out, like, thank you so much for, my receipt or the good service. Here's a coupon to my stay-at-home business. And then they're like, oh, what's that? And then at that point, you could say, well, let me go ahead and add you on Facebook, and we do a weekly online giveaway party, and you could win some free product. So I've never had anybody tell me no. I've always had everybody tell me yes when it comes to adding them because of a free product. So Heaven, I don't know if you want to touch more on what you had said for blitzing, but ultimately it's finding that 30-second little pitch, like, here's a coupon to my stay-at-home business. Let me add you on Facebook right then and there. That's what I feel like you have to find. Just find one little short way to say it to somebody, and then you're good. Is there anything else that you want to share about your blitzing tips?
And I'm still working on my blitzing too. And it's like, you want to get friendly with them so they don't want to say no to you. You don't want to just be like, oh, here's a coupon. Like she said, you want to use their name. You want to like talk to them a little bit more and then like hand it over to them. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. So my goal is going to be to blitz 10 people. So I literally was like a blitzing fool in Florida. I was like talking to the girl who served us at every restaurant. I was talking to the girl who checked me out at the rental car place, the hotel person, and just kind of like the person who I checked out food at the airport. I was just like, hey girl, like, and of course, you gotta wear your gear. So I always have an It Works shirt on if I'm leaving the house. I mean, even if I'm sleeping, I feel like I wear them these days. But ultimately, before I got any gear, this is what comes in your kit. So if you just wear your bracelet, you'd be like, oh yeah, that crazy rap thing, like, what's that? Just like being able to strike up a conversation, like, oh, I like your name, or complimenting them or whatever.
And that's what they said too, is like, in your kit you get a blitz card. Go to Walmart, spend $3, $1 on a lanyard, $1 on like a lamination, like one of those self-laminated things, and just wear it around your neck all day because it's dangling and it's going to catch people's eye. And they're like, what is that? And you're like, oh my gosh, have you heard of that crazy rap thing? And then the same thing, here's my coupon. We do it every Sunday and things like that because it's true, we do. And
that's the like big kicker is like, I don't know about you, but like when I first started, I was afraid to have parties. And so like here we have these parties and it's so simple. Like you don't even have to do your own party at this point. And I'm nice enough to be like, oh, well, don't worry about it. We'll just do the weekly party. At least tell your Ruby or Diamond, and I'll even then I'll help you with product. But at that point, it's like, it's such an easy thing to be like, here, this is a free party. You can win free product. And then my upline's going to send it to you and I don't have to do anything. So that's a really cool thing. Okay. So 2 minutes left. Is there any questions that anybody wants to talk about? I know Khadijah's on here, girl. I'm got to come out to Tucson soon. If nobody, raise your hand if you have anything to say or any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about this thing I printed today. Okay. So the Go Fast is something that Cassandra, if she's on here, asked about today, there are double bonuses that were announced, okay? This is like the best part of everything that we talked about. We are now into our double bonus season, and so if you go to your documents tab and you put the February goal getter sheet and print it off, you're going to get everything you need to get working towards these double bonuses. So the double bonuses literally were announced. So for diamond right now, it's $10,000. For double, that's what I'm working on, is 30, and it goes up from there. So anyway, I would go ahead and print this out. What this is going to do for you is give you 10 people that you want to talk to, new people, talk about new distributors, new loyal customers, 5 people that I just want to follow up from January, talks about blitzing, wrapping, repeating, social media, and then keeping you a little bit organized. It even has some recruiting scripts, like super, super simple. It's like, I'm having so much fun with It Works. I want you to do this with me. Are you ready? That sort of thing. Working about being intentional. So there's about like 15 different steps on here that'll help you like stay organized to get working towards those bonuses. So if you need help finding that, just let me know. But anyway, that is it for me. I'm so thankful that you guys jumped on here. Message me, text me, of course, anytime if you have any questions. And then let's jump on the Show Me the Money call from these ambassadors, Black Diamonds, because holy crap, they have some great stuff. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.